Hello, and welcome to the Raw Vegan Guru channel, where we are changing our health consciousness one thought at a time, one meal at a time, and one day at a time. So here I am in the most beautiful, peaceful, calm, and serene location that I usually travel to, and I had all these ideas for a video, and then once I got out here and I started to breathe in that beautiful, energizing, intelligent filled prana, I just had an idea about what the heck's going on right now in the world and how we can separate ourselves from that. What I'm talking about is the matrix, the 3D, the deception, the illusion, the narrative that they have been giving us as a society, as a mass of the human species for thousands of years. So if you think CNN is something that's only been around for the past, I don't even know what to say, if it's been even 20 years, that's not true. That kind of garbage has been around for thousands of years. So even if you go back into the Bible, you can see that there was deception, and there was lies, and there was control, and there was hunger, and all of these negative lower vibrations were being pushed upon the masses, the people overall, as the human species. It was all lower frequency, and it was by the same people who are doing it today. And if you want to know who they are, we can get into names. The censorship is communistic and ridiculous here, but I wouldn't even worry about the names. Do the research on your own. It's more about what they represent. And what they represent is keeping you in a state of fear. So that's the bottom line. What is fear? False evidence appearing real. So when we're in fear, we get stuck. It's kind of like being caged energetically and spiritually and psychologically, emotionally, and physically inside of a box of barbed wire. And we're afraid now, it's 2021, with the circus show, the satanic rituals, wearing a mask does nothing. Keeping 6 feet distance, dehumanization, psychological operation, mind control, behavior eradication of normalcy and anything healthy and connective. So all of these things are being normalized without anyone stopping to think about it. So it was last March when all of a sudden we had the lockdown, and it was like, everybody, there's no natural immune system. Run for your lives. The big P companies, it ends with an L, a P and an L. They're the ones who create toxic waste and sell it to you at high prices that create more disease or just kill you. So we have to stay inside. That makes no sense. We have to keep separated from each other. Of course, because if we're united and if we communicate and we're together, we're the masses. So we would overtake their satanic regime in a heartbeat. That's what they're afraid of. So the only way they could do all this was under the guise of fear. But how could they get through to all the people, the masses, all at one time? The bullhorn, mainstream media. So the mainstream media has already been owned and operated by these very same people who are trying to do so much. I won't even get into that. Again, you have to look into these things on your own and do your own research. Because if you turn off the TV and you separate yourself from the Twilight Zone, from the 3D, from the Matrix, from the narrative, the fakery, then everything will be revealed because it aligns more to the truth of your heart. Because instinctually, intuitively, you know that this ain't right. And the Wu flu is nothing more than the common cold with an impact on respiratory that can absolutely be dealt with the immune system, with zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin K, A, colloidal silver, echinacea. God designed everything for us to be at our optimal best, and nothing comes from a lab that is going to be a part of our success. It's only going to be a part of our demise and failure, which is economic rewards for the demonic. So with that being said, there's so much to say when it comes to this whole situation, but our immune systems can take care of doing everything we need it to do if we take care of it and we keep in balance and harmony in nature and natural remedies. So all of the lies that have been programmed inside of the masses is to keep you away from ascending, raising your vibration, connecting with one another in harmony and union. It's all about divide and conquer and creating tensions that don't even exist. Colors are absurd when it comes to people and their races. We are all one. We are all connected. And when we really get down to the bottom of it and we get past all of the things that have been put upon us psychologically through the propaganda and the narrative, the images, the sound bites, we realize, you know what? We care about drinking clean water. We care about our families. We care about raising our children in a safe, healthy environment. And all of these things come back to the commonality of we are in this together. So when they try to make it out as if we're separated and we're divided and our differences cannot be solved, that's only what they're creating as a false reality. So why am I bringing up all this? Well, because this is what's going on in the world right now. And it's very sad to see people falling into the trap. Also putting all of their hopes and their future understanding into the political system. That's quite absurd because the political system doesn't represent the human species whatsoever. Now, we do have right now a division in the political sector of good versus evil, love versus hate, fear versus hope. So we do have those two sides, and I'm not going to give the names because I think it's pretty obvious for anybody who has eyes and ears and listens to their gut. But one side is way dark and demonic and reptilian and absolutely treacherous, and all they have done is pushed tyranny on the people, the fear, the control. Then there's the other side that's been absolutely criticized by the mainstream media and a fake false narrative for, again, division, hatred, anger, judgment, non-compassion has been made because that side of the political spectrum has really talked about unity and has talked about America being one nation under God, and really working toward the betterment of our economy and of our family structure, our education, etc. So I'm not getting into politics, but what I will say is it is good versus evil. So when people say to me, or I'm in a discussion over this subject, and it's like, what are you talking about? I'm just going to say, read the Bible, pick it up. Where in the Bible? Just open it up, put it down on the table, open up to any page. I think you'll understand the atmosphere right now in the country of the United States of America and the rest of the world, because it is all interrelated. So, what we must realize in the end is that it's not about what's on the TV. It's not about the information that they're feeding us that it is false. And it's only causing confusion, and it's black magic spells. It's keeping us in a lower vibration. It's keeping us contained and caged, and it's not allowing us to really work and align with our hearts and our chakra system and our connectivity to higher source and the cosmos and universal language of love. That's all being chopped up and mutilated by the energy fields, the unconsciousness of the messages and the control from the twilight zone. So what we must realize is it's about us, the individual. So if you want to know how can I change the world, let's get into Gandhi, because all you have to do is look at what that guy had to say a lot of times. To be the change is to see it yourself and to really embrace what you want the world to be, how you would see the world, how you understand the world, because that's going to be in the love language. That's going to be in the higher vibration and the light. And with that, then you realize that politics don't matter, and that people representing some belief system is really not conducive to who you are. What was it? Be the change you want to see in the world. I might be having that wrong, but that's the main point. So we have to be able to separate ourselves from everything going on externally right now. That's a challenge, but that's the point. So we have to be able to listen to our hearts. We've been in a room filled with static and chatter, and we have never allowed ourselves to really benefit from what's already inside. Everything we've seeked out. What can I do about this? Who should I be with there? Everything has been a prejudgment, and it's been a falsity of a belief system that's been put upon us without us even realizing it. We've been hamster wheeling. What about Bob? Huge reference all the time, because baby steps are essential to get out of what they've created and put us into. That has nothing to do with our existence or why we are here. Why are we here? We are here to ascend to a higher vibration of light and love. Many of us have been sent back from our higher self for a specific mission, for a purpose. And that purpose, if you don't know what it is already, will be revealed when you listen to your heart. Don't always listen to your brain, because that can go crazy and loopy and get a little sidetracked in the circus show because of all the information coming in that is false and lower vibration. Listen to your heart. It never lies. And when your heart gives you an answer instantly, don't question it. Take a step back and wonder what then you should do. You already got the answer. And you need to really pay attention and recognize that you are the potential of everything. You don't need to seek that outwardly. So the political spectrum, my advice would be turn off the TV, turn off the radio. there are a lot of great people out there. They're being censored left and right, that's for sure, who have the truth and who really can give you a kind of a compiling of research and information that are going to show you that what is being said in the mainstream narrative is false. It is an agenda. It is a communistic takeover and control method to enslave the masses and create a prison planet. But guess what? It doesn't have to be that way when you separate from that energy, that frequency, that messaging, that imagery, those sound bites, and you go within. How do you do that? Turn it all off, the social media, the television, and even maybe people you're around that are just repeating the same narrative. Get out into nature, change your habits, change your diet, change your mindset through the inner work practices, the stretching, the exercise, the calisthenics, the deep breathing, here hiking in nature, fruit, high electricity, total healing potential nearly instantly and feeling groovy. Because if you eat the fruit, you're going to be feeling great. So really try to understand that everything going on outwardly in the world has nothing to do with your true purpose. And it has nothing to do with the happiness and the potential you already possess. You've just been duped, and the trickery and the deception of Satan and all of his lower vibration and negativity has absolutely taken you out of the true grooving alignment. It's flow. It's just like, oh, here's a visitor. Well, that made me realize that maybe I was just teaching him something. Hey, one thing at a time here. So, if we can make changes in our lives that separate ourselves from what we have been doing for decades, most likely in our life, unless like you're 5 years old and you've got a good fresh start. But we need to make the changes because we know that with the changes, it's going to change the energetic field. It's going to shift the paradigm out of what we have thought as normal, and it's going to allow us to break free from the 3D nonsense, the matrix, and the false narrative into the awakening. You're hearing now more than ever these terms: ascension, levels of density, the awakening, and enlightenment. And the reason that you're hearing this more and more now is because the veil has been lifted. They've been keeping us in a box of fear and control economically. Health-wise, the medical system absolutely was created to destroy us, depopulate, and keep us again in a state of control and fear and to profit. So all of the systems that we were always raised with and that we've only known are a major bummer, fake and false. So we have to start creating our own understanding. And if this is overwhelming for you, all you have to do again is listen to your heart. Sit in silence. Get away from the distractions, the sounds, the incoming messages from others and media sources. Really stop and allow yourself to process who the heck you are, what the heck's going on, and what it's all about. And what I'm going to tell you is, it's not about suffering. And it's not about putting your energy into others. And it's not about your life being ruled and controlled by the projections and by the decisions and the rulings and the laws and the mandates and all of the things that selfish, egotistical, power hungry, insane, low vibrational, reptilian, demonic, satanic, negative elements have had a stronghold on for thousands of years. So let's turn this on its head. Let's flip this shit back to its proper place. And let's start living in harmony and peace within ourselves and as a whole. It begins with compassion and selflessness. Are you serving self, me, or are you selfless, serving others, giving of your heart? Because when you give of your heart, then you will prosper and manifest and get anything that your heart desires, because it's fluid, it's reciprocal, it's beautiful. So that's just my little message today as I took a little walk here in this gorgeous, beautiful, snowy weather. And I got a blueberry and coconut and banana flaxseed shake smoothie in a jar in the bag. So that's going to get crazy because I'm already high on grapes. High energy over here. So thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Like and share with others to get the message out. We really are trying to raise our health consciousness, which I've said in other videos. By raising our health consciousness, we're going to help to raise our own vibrations, which in turn is going to affect the collective. And we're going to be raising the vibration of the planet, which then affects the universe. It's all interconnected. And the deeper you dive into self and into the truth, it will become much more revealing. So thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments, always feel free to leave them below, and I'll always do my best to get back to you. I am also on Rumble and Instagram, Raw Joshua Consultations. So subscribe, like, and share, and I'll check you on the flipper. Love you. Bye.